Hello again. Well, I cleaned up my background stamp. This is, I called it Rose Petals, I believe. It's Rose Leaves from Impression Obsession. From the gesso that I'd used to stamp for these two backgrounds. They're perfectly dry now. I've cleaned up my mat. So now I thought I would go about making a couple of cards with my backgrounds. So I've got out a few dies. I've had a little think. For this one, as there's not very much of it, what I thought I would do is to cut, I think this is a Simon Says stamp, or I can't remember, it might be Memory Box, it might be Poppy Stamps, don't know. Cut the background one, this is a two-part die, the background one from some of this, and use the rest to cut into strips to put on there. And then I would have this on the top of the strips with this one cut and done in the same gold. This is IndigoBlu Luscious Gold that I used for those splats to try and tie the top thing in with the bottom. So let's just kind of do that. I'm going to cut this out as close as I can to the edge so that I've got as much as possible left for my stripes, my strips. Okay, let's cut out this one. This might look dreadful, but you know, you can only but try, can't you? Where's my top plate? Here it is. Is that as close as I can get it? Not far off. Okie dokie. There we go. Right. Let's have a look at this chap. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Ooh. I like that. Whoa, isn't it amazing? You see something die cut and it's suddenly taken up about 6 notches. Let's get my trimmer. Okay. I hear a bit of clattering going on. Right. I have cut a card and a panel. So I want my stripes to be the length of this panel, but I'll cut them as is and then cut them down later. Bit from my other card the other day. Right, let's just cut this off. Right. Now we will have, how wide shall we have them? How wide is this bit? I have got 3 centimetres there. I'll make them a centimetre each wide. That doesn't look at right angles. Let me just do this again. Now let's see. Yes, that's better down there. It didn't look parallel to me, so I thought I'd better do a bit of sorting out. Right, 1 centimetre. And 1 centimetre. Make sure it's parallel, yeah. And 1 centimetre. Oh dear, stay still. I think that's okay. Okay. So there are my 3 strips. And I'm going to put those onto this piece of card. Kind of like that, I'm thinking. Maybe a bit closer together. And then this chap is going to go on the top with a gold one on top of it. Let's stick these down. That one actually looks a bit fatter to me. Oh, some marginal. We won't worry about it. Right, I think I'll stick these down with my tape runner. And I know that'll definitely hang on. I go right to the very end, but some of it's going to get cut off. I think I'll put it over the edge so that I can chop it afterwards. There we go, there's one. And two. Okay. And three. Probably could have done something a little bit more adventurous with it, but I think you can still... I'm not sure if they're in the right order, but I'm not that bothered. It's not going to be that obvious that things are not where they're supposed to be. When you extend them like this, in any case, it makes it a bit more difficult. Right, in some lights it looks brown, some lights it looks green. I'm just going to trim this with my guillotine. Because all I have to do to trim that is level this up with the edge of the trimmer, and as soon as that's parallel, then those are obviously going to be cut exactly right. Okay, I want to put this kind of on there between the two so I can see a line. But I have a fancy for doing this with gold, and this is a bit messy, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to cover it up with gold luscious powder, well, a mix really of paint. I'll do it this side anyway to make it a clean side. Okay, let's cut this one out. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know if I actually use this. I've had it for a very long time, but I don't know if I've actually used it. Let's take these out. Okay. Actually, I quite like that in white. Looking at it, I really quite like that in white. What I could do is do another one in gold and see if I care for it, but let me have a look at this on here. I think I like it in white. Perhaps I will do one in gold and just see if I care for it. Let's see. Cut another one out. Colour one gold and one white and see which I fancy. Okay. Going to leave that in there to paint it because it'll keep still, probably, hopefully. Let's just see. Let's get a brush. Hope this is clean. Here's a bit of... Right, go a bit. Right, a little bit of... a drop of water. a bit stronger, I think. It's a bit better, isn't it? Got too much water. Okay. Let's have a look and see what we think. Just dry that off a little bit, I think, just to see. Might be enough just to be able to see what it looks like. It's pretty, I have to say. Pretty stuff, let's see. See what we fancy. Okay. I think I will do the gold, actually. I think it links in with the splatters a little more. Oh, so let's do the gold. We'll do the gold. Changed my mind. Because I thought I would do in the first place, but, you know, I just saw the white and I thought, oh, it looks quite nice. Anyway, here we are. This is a Nouveau glue pen. Really, really good for fiddly things because, you know, you don't have to get the glue precisely on the big nib. Covers a multitude of sins, if you know what I mean. Right, let's get this stacked. Quite opulent, isn't it? Look at that. Ooh, lovely. There we go. And as I'm moving this, I can see the two colours. You know, sometimes green, sometimes brown. Well, coppery. The Verdigris, I guess. There we are. And then I think I might put a little sentiment. I like that between the two, don't you? I think to stick this down, I'm going to use some of this. It's probably slightly stronger than the pen. So I'm just going to put some dabs. A little dab will do, yeah, that's a Brill cream out, isn't it? There we go. I'll leave that just to sit a minute while I put some foam tape on this. Just to raise that panel off the front of the card. Again, it's got a very large roll of tape and it's a bit too big to manhandle. I'll probably knock the camera for 6 trying to put some on. But I'm not very good at guesstimating length just by having a snip. No matter. We will be fine. Put a bit more. That's fine. Dear me, what a mess. Okay. Let's pop this on. Not sure about a sentiment. I have actually got a little bit of this left here that I could do a die cut sentiment from, which would match the stripes and would match the inner of the plant thing, whatever it is. So I may well choose a sentiment stamp, not a stamp, a die for that. So a little bit of glue stick just to stop this from grabbing the front of the card. And we're in business. Right. There it is. Now we will stick this on. Get myself some tweezers. There we go. I think that's quite sweet, don't you? Quite interesting. So we could have a little something if we wanted to, or we could leave it as is. Right, let's do the other one quickly. What I fancied for this other one, I mustn't lose that bit in case I want to use that tiny scrap because it does match. Put that can go in the bin. These can go in the bin. Right. What I thought for this one is I thought I would use my Sizzix die and cut a panel with this one from some gold, cut 3 little ones of these with this die, pop them into my gold piece, onto my gold piece, and then a couple of little leaves. These were free with the mag, I think. So somewhere I have a bit of gold. Here's a bit of gold. Let's cut a background piece with the gold. This is going to be really, really quick, I think, says she, hopefully. Always more haste, less speed. Right. Fancy that on there. Let's cut one of these. I'm going to cut it right at the edge because then I'll have a lot more of the background for other bits. But I think all areas of it are sort of similar, so not a lot to choose from all over it. Okay. Goes on there like that. And a couple of little leaves. I might cut some of these and then offset some gold ones perhaps, or I don't know really. Let's just see what they look like. Something like that. What do you think? I think that one needs a sentiment of some description. So let's put these on. Okay, I'll put a bit of, I think this is the right way they go actually. Put some, what should I use? I'll use a bit of this, I think. There we go. Now to position them, I think I'm going to put these on like this. That's about right. If I just tape that down just to hold it. Now I should be able to just place these in here. No, I can't, can I? They're just that bit too big. Yeah, they won't go through, will they? I was trying to be clever there. I was thinking it would give me a... No, I can't actually put them through, can I? But what I could do is use this, and I could put them through this, couldn't I? If I can get that in the right position. Yeah, I can't see. Not going to bother. I'm just going to do it by eye. I was trying to be all clever, all singing, all dancing. Whenever I do 3 or 5, I would do the ends first, get them equidistant, and then do the middle afterwards. There we go. It looks green and then it looks brown. It's interesting. I think that needs a bit more. Do you know that? I'm going to cut some of this to make another border. So let's do that. Oops, wrong way round. I would normally do this on my guillotine, but I can't bring that to show you. It's a bit too big for here, so just have to do it this way. I think that's about right. Look, I'll just do these edges. I don't like the edges. Can you see how it changes the edge just by doing this? Just flattens it down, rounds the edge off a little. Right, I'm going to stick that onto there. Like that. Yes, I will. Okay. Bit of luck I had a bit more of this stuff, wasn't it? Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do it. Okay. There we go. Well, I think I might even decide to do a sentiment over there. Right, let's put this down, and I'm going to stick this flat because I think otherwise it's going to be a bit fat. So I'm going to stick this actually right down onto the card base itself. Rest it on my 2 pointy fingers while I get the position. And then release. Okay. Now, it looks green for me here, and a moment ago it looked brown. So, I think. Maybe just there. Not sure. can't decide with these. I'm going to stick them down with the glue dots, but I'm not going to stick them down right now because I can't make my mind up and I'm dithering. So what I'm thinking is, do them in gold, or do I leave them this colour, and where do I put them, and do I like them? So check out my Facebook page, my Instagram account, my community tab on my YouTube channel, and you will see what happened to this one. So there you go, 2 cards with the backgrounds I made earlier. And thanks as ever for watching.